Welcome to the third episode of Cinemacast. My name is Steve McGilvery.
Corey Blois.
I'm Malik Headley.
And Jason Ford.
Today we'll be discussing director Quintin Tarantino for the most part, with some upcoming movie rumors and news at the end. I guess we'll start off with Tarantino. He got his start by writing a script for True Romance, a movie that stars Gary Oldman. Who else was it? Who else was the guy in it? Christian Slater.
Yeah, Christian Slater.
Anyway, I didn't really like it, but
I didn't finish it, but I didn't
yeah,
like it.
I didn't
Not
really
too
give it a
much.
chance.
It's not bad though.
But
I've seen it.
Has
that's
the
how.
good scene with the
It's a
Christian-
ceiling scene,
yeah.
yeah. But anyway, that's how he pretty much got his start. And his first movie was Reservoir Dogs, which some people call probably his best, but I don't agree, but I think it's great.
It is a good movie.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it in years, but when I did see it, I know I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the best first films.
Oh, directorial
I think it
debut,
actually
yeah.
gotta be the best first film ever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was I seen a thing. It was when it went to like the film festival in Cannes, or what I had Cannes, yeah. And Clint Eastwood was like one of the people who decide which one won it.
When?
And he said when he seen Pulp Fiction, he just
Reservoir Dogs, yeah.
Reservoir Dogs, sorry. Yeah, just like, actually, you know what? No, that's not even right, because I'm thinking of Pulp Fiction. I don't know why I'm thinking of that.
Mistake.
But
I
that-
had to mix
but
the two, because they're the
he,
best ones.
But it was Pulp Fiction at Cannes, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but he said, like,
Still a masterpiece.
best
though.
films, But yeah, Reservoir Dogs, just even, like, the very beginning with the dialogue, heavy, and for a debut, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's good too.
Yeah, that's great, yeah.
Yeah.
Unknown but good.
What year was that movie?
94.
Okay.
Also a great cast as well.
Yeah,
Michael
oh, yeah.
Madsen,
Yeah.
Harvey Keitel,
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buscemi.
Mr. Pig.
Tim Roth,
Tim
yeah.
Roth.
And I think it was, the soundtrack, too, was great.
Yeah.
That's
Stuck in the middle.
You could say that
Yeah.
for every single Tarantino film ever,
Well,
though.
you can, yeah.
Soundtrack
Amazing
is
soundtracks.
ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Stuck in the middle though with you. That
that's
pretty
it.
much. If you hear that, you know it's
That-
from Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
I can't associate that song with anything
can't.
else
I
really
can't.
but that scene in the movie.
Yeah. He moved. He then moved on to, I think it was, Pulp Fiction was his next one, which is obviously one of the best films of all time.
Yeah.
It's arguably his best film. He'll have
Arguably,
people
yeah.
say that it is his best film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I was referring to with Clint Eastwood. He said like he would watch like 15 movies a day, and because they'd have to vote for them. And then when they said they came across Pulp Fiction, it was just like, what is this?
Masterpiece.
Like you never seen anything like that before.
No.
The way it's shot, the way it's the
Dialogue, too.
time frame, like
Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
over the
I
place.
think
Anybody-
this movie more than any other movie set up his style.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
definitely. Yeah, camera work and just the lot, like even the first scene that Marcellus Wallace is the back of his head speaking to Bruce
yeah.
Willis. It's about like however many minutes long of just him talking. I don't think that's ever been done before,
No.
or like not in that way anyway,
Without
with
being
the
disinterested
music
in it or
in the
whatever.
background. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, just the way Quentin Tarantino writes dialogue too. There's still not many people that write it that way.
No.
Yeah.
Sharp, smart, like.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
witty.
exactly.
Yeah, the way someone described it, I forget who it was, but it was pretty much perfect. It was Quentin Tarantino's dialogue. It's written the way you wish you could talk.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
wish
actually
conversations
Yeah,
went.
because
Actually
the,
is.
scene, and the
Cool way
scenes
to
with
talk.
Vincent
Yeah.
Vega and the other guy,
Julian.
Julian, yeah,
Yeah.
like they are the most like cool sound
sound.
people
Yeah.
you would ever hear.
Yeah.
Starts off with them talking about burgers over in like
Burgers,
Amsterdam.
Yeah, you
and,
just wish you could have that kind
And
of.
you own a burger.
Yeah.
What is what's the guy's favorite scene from the movie Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction.
I think mine gotta be Zed's dead for sure.
Yeah,
That whole Zed
The whole
sequence.
killing of
is-
him in the
the whole Zed sequence.
The whole
is amazing.
basement is.
yeah.
And like the weapon
Gimp and
selection.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the sword.
Sword.
Yeah.
Apparently, I think it was that whole scene was inspired by one scene from Taxi Driver, like when he was
Really?
buying
Oh,
when he was
yeah.
buying his gun.
Oh, I heard
Yeah,
that
that-
character that was trying to sell De Niro everything.
Yeah, that-
Tarantino loves them.
Yeah.
That one scene in Pulp Fiction was inspired by that.
I think another
It's
thing
pretty
about Pulp Fiction too is it's probably like the movie that you could watch over and over. Probably,
Oh, yeah.
I'd say one of the most.
Yeah,
That you
I
can
could
watch
watch
over
that
and
like
over
I would say it on
pretty
the
much
list.
weekly.
Yeah.
I would.
I have been.
I always kind of like split this movie up into like sections. Like there's like it is in chapters, I think, or
Yeah.
parts, but
Yeah.
like the Bruce Willis
Like
part,
storylines.
and then there's
anyway.
like the Vincent Julian and Vincent Maya.
Yeah.
But I gotta say Bruce Willis's whole thing in that is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
I like his part
And
too.
I'm not even a fan of Bruce Willis.
No, that's
No,
honestly,
yeah, neither
but-
am I. He has good and bad movies.
He does, but Pulp Fiction,
gotta
you
be the
can't
best,
say,
though.
you
Yeah.
can't say I'm bad about him in Pulp Fiction,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
I'd honestly say the same thing for like John Travolta.
Oh, yeah.
Not
Well,
a big John Travolta
yeah, I
fan,
mean,
but-
either.
Actually, saved
Like,
his career.
Tarantino gave him, I guess, like the chance to revitalize his career. Honestly,
Yeah.
Back down a little.
yeah,
Samuel Jackson's.
he's just got to be.
Yeah,
another
he actually-
Tarantino.
It must be.
Great, too.
But he is great.
He is good.
Yeah, just
But I'm sure if people hear, like, they know about Tarantino, they know that he is the one who made Pulp Fiction. Like, I'm sure that's
yeah.
just.
If you know any movie,
If you don't even like movies, I'm sure you know Quentin Tarantino made Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
It made his
Absolutely.
name a household name.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
time.
Pretty much everyone knew it. Like
Yeah.
my grade 9 French teacher, her husband's favorite movie was Pulp
Pulp
Fiction. That's the
Fiction,
first time
yeah.
I heard about it.
Yeah.
And then after that, I mean, all the success that had, he pretty much got a blank check to do whatever movie he wanted. Then,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Just keep going.
His next one was Jackie Brown, which could be probably his most underrated,
for
I
sure.
think,
Yeah,
because
it's
you
wicked.
never hear anything
No,
about this
I
movie.
like it a lot, though.
It's not his style.
No, it's
at
not.
all. It's
If I
just,
saw it, I wouldn't. Well, I probably would know it's by him. Just
I
'cause
find it's
some
just
scenes,
like
but
a drama, like crime film.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I've
Most
seen
of
it
his
once
movies
when I
are
was really
gory.
young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't really speak much
Yeah.
about it.
I've seen it recently. I rewatched it and I liked it.
But even the cast in this, like De Niro, is a nut.
Yeah.
Clyde De Niro, Samuel, of course.
Quiet in it though.
He is quiet.
Yeah.
But
Menace.
he's
But
I like
he's
the,
got a
I like
mental
the
Michael-
look on
island.
characters
Michael
too.
Yeah.
Keaton,
The wardrobe
Michael
on them.
Keaton, I think if I watched this and didn't know Tarantino directed it, like
Yeah. There's some things that you can tell, but
you
not
just,
too much.
it's just
though.
like a movie like you would see,
Yeah.
but it still is a great.
It's
great
got some
movie.
of his style in there, like different angles.
Yeah.
Sound,
Of
like the
scenes.
songs too.
Yeah, like some funky songs that he's into, but
that
other than
Strawberry
that-
Letter
yeah,
23.
yeah.
It's one of the best scenes I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah.
She is.
But other
Coolest
than that,
scenes.
you wouldn't know that
Yeah.
it's a Tarantino film.
But like most people probably don't even know that Jackie Brown exists. To be honest with you,
I actually did.
like
until-
if you weren't really like
yeah,
in
if you didn't
movies,
really look at all his movies.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
I like
I
it, but
I
it's
give it a
not-
watch.
Yeah, it's not crazy good, but it is good.
His next one is Kill Bill.
Kill Bill is probably
Go
one of my
Emily.
favorites.
Oh, I love
Just
it.
I've been watching this movie since I can remember,
Yeah.
and it just shows that he can do much more than like from his past films. You don't really see it, but like he directs a full action film
He does.
with Kill Bill Volume 1.
Yeah.
And it's just completely like, out of the element, and he takes a lot of inspiration from old Japanese movies, kung fu movies, samurai movies. It's just great.
It's one of the funnest movies to watch for sure.
It actually
Like,
is. Yeah. I waited to watch it so long because for some reason I thought it was bad, but it's actually not on Netflix too.
yeah, it is. Both 1 and 2 are on Netflix.
Both hilarious and good.
I was thinking some of the scenes that he shot too, like how could you shoot that?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The fight, like the last
fight
scene.
scene when they
fight,
my
like,
God.
oh,
The-
Must have been 10 years of film.
The big fight against the Crazy 88.
Yeah.
There's like noticeably a black and white part in that fight,
Yeah.
and he had to do that because if he didn't, they would get too high of like an age rating to be put in theaters
Oh,
because there was
blood?
just too much
Oh, the
blood.
blood.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Apparently that took him like forever to get nailed down that
Yeah.
shot because of so much
Apparently the
the
actors wanted to
blood
kill him.
and like
Yeah,
the
the-
perfect shots that he had to get.
With Tarantino as well, he always uses practical effects.
Yeah.
So after every time they do this, they have to clean it all up and then
Do it
reset.
again, yeah.
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 That's ridiculous.
So that's time consuming.
Oh, big time, yeah.
Especially that scene.
Did you guys see the like the controversial interview about Kill Bill with Tarantino and that lady saying it was too violent for kids,
yeah.
and he was just
Oh,
like,
yeah, he
I
was-
Trying to empower
Yeah.
women.
That's one of the most
Yeah.
cringeworthy
Oh my God.
interviews
If
I've
you
ever
haven't
seen.
seen that
He
interview,
snaps.
go watch that interview.
Oh.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino has a habit of snapping at
He does. He
interviewers.
loves doing that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
He said that he thinks that everyone should go watch Kill Bill, and she was just
She's mad.
like getting really mad at him, but
She thinks it glorified like violence,
Yeah.
and he was making the argument that it empowers young women.
and you could tell he was just getting mad, more mad.
Yeah, because he's always been someone who's made the distinction between real violence and movie violence. Like, it's very separate for him. And once he was asked about actually like harming animals on set, because a couple movies actually do that, and he was very against it. He said, you shouldn't have to actually harm anything on a set because it's a movie. You should be tempted to like recreate that instead of doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you know, actually doing it, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it does big time. And I think you could put Kill Bill in the same category as Pulp Fiction, as in everyone knows Kill Bill. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
Like you've probably heard of Kill Bill, even if you haven't watched it. I'm sure you know what it's about, and the look of it, and like Uma Thurman.
Yeah, I knew what it was about it before I even watched it.
I've had a lot of people talk to me about Kill Bill and be very adamant that there's a volume 3.
Yeah, no. Apparently, it was supposed to be in the
come out,
works.
but
If you've seen both volumes,
Yeah.
you should know.
You should definitely know. But supposedly for some reason they signed like there was supposed to be a Kill Bill 3, but it was with the first
like the girl,
little girl.
Oh,
the
like
first
from the very
one.
first scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually heard that.
But I think
I got like shut down.
got shut down because of certain producers in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Kill Bill actually
did some.
The movies actually set themselves up for a good sequel and also like a good prequel with the assassination squad that's in it.
And the thing with Tarantino is, like we were just mentioning, his the Weinstein brothers, like everyone knows that they funded all of his movies until lately.
Getting the shot.
And I think some people actually are against Tarantino in that way. Like, you see a lot of interviews like he knew, and like no one knows.
Yeah.
Really. But I think that if one thing that might not ruin like his movies, but like some people might have a
definitely ruin it for some
different
people.
view, I guess.
It'd be interesting to see like the box office numbers on his upcoming film when that comes out and stuff like that.
Because I know Sony picked
Who's
that up
okay, I was gonna say
because he
who's
had to
producing?
drop the Weinstein Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I seen
He get away
an
with it
interview
also.
recently with Tarantino about Harvey, and like he was just ripping him apart basically.
Oh, he's a monster.
Yeah, he is a monster, right?
Yeah.
And but I'm glad that Sony because Sony's a good company, and
Yeah, give him a blank check too.
so they gave him like $200 million to do this movie.
Yeah,
Well,
should be okay.
as weird
Okay.
as weird as Tarantino is, he is a weird guy.
Oh, it's strange.
Yeah, it's a
I
fact.
do believe he is good intentioned
Yeah.
for the most part, because you see videos of him like attending protests and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And he doesn't have to do that.
No.
Yeah.
He chooses to because he believes it.
So I guess going on to Kill Bill 2.
Was that his movie? Was that his next one? Right after that? Was it just like Kill Bill 1 and then Kill Bill 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they filmed them around the same time
Yeah.
because
I don't think it came. I think it came like a year after.
yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
He always views them. He said he views them as one continuous
Massive
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it is.
Well,
it is
if you watch it
really.
on Netflix, it's literally like as soon as like
Mm-hmm.
like if you just watch them back to back, it's just
Yeah.
like it just picks up right away.
Yeah, that's like another thing he said was something with Kill Bill Volume 1. It's a kung fu movie with Western elements, and the second one's a Western movie with kung fu elements.
Yeah,
like
that's
you
true.
got
There's
Paimon
more in the
yeah.
desert and like in the
I like the first
old
one.
chapel and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think-
Madsen.
Yeah, Michael
Yeah.
Madsen's character is probably my favorite in Volume 2.
Yeah, oh, he's wicked.
Yeah.
He's a menace.
I like Volume 2 is a great movie. I like 1 better, obviously, but I'm sure
but it's not
that's
bad.
that's for everyone. I'm
Yeah.
sure everyone thinks the same, but 2 is unbelievable. I think they're both rated 8 on IMDb, which is
Yeah.
rare for 1 and 2 to be both rated
Yeah,
that.
usually
Especially the
sequels
sequel.
are-
Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes in Volume 2 that's actually pretty haunting is to see Michael Madsen's character working at the bar, and he has to
Oh,
clean the
scene-
toilets.
scene.
And like,
Actually sad.
the
But he
guy's
starts crossing his name off the calendar and
Yeah.
not working. That's
Oh, man.
pretty sad, to be
It's a
honest.
sad scene.
it's like how the mighty have fallen.
And, and I'm sure, like the grave scene, like it's just
yeah.
it's so
Ridiculous,
funny.
though.
Like it's ridiculous,
Yeah.
but it's just so classic Tarantino.
I
And
love
The way it's shot
Uma
too,
Thurman, yeah,
it
it
like
is.
it goes up.
yeah,
It's,
yeah,
an
it does.
it's an impossible real life
Yeah.
angle.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
in the rain.
Kind of reminds me
Heavy-
of
Yeah,
like
the
heavy soil.
heavy
kind
soil.
of reminds me of like a Wes Anderson style, just
yeah,
like linear.
It does, yeah, going through the ground up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kill Bill 1 and 2 are
Fantastic.
unbelievable, known by everyone, and I think he probably had the most fun making them, to be honest, because I feel like he's just Well, he loves kung fu, obviously.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like he just had fun making those movies.
Probably like his funnest movies to watch.
Yeah, and we mentioned before about the Uma Thurman crash on
The last
Kill
one.
Bill 1,
Yeah.
but like that was, he came out publicly and said that was his worst mistake he ever made in his career, was making that, but
Even Uma Thurman said that he seemed immediately
big time.
like regretted it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you tell from the video?
So they were all, I think, Kill Bill 2 made probably, right after Kill Bill 1. So, and then he
Yeah.
went on to Death Proof.
Death Proof.
That was his next one. Yeah.
Death Proof was his I don't know what to call it, but it was his.
Flop, per se.
Oh, it did flop,
In the
but
box
it
office and stuff,
really
yeah.
disheartened him because he loves the B movies, like the
Yeah.
Grindhouse films that came out, and that's why it's like a Grindhouse production.
Yeah.
And it's just supposed to be like gritty
It
and
is. Yeah.
look cheap and
Foolish.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be over the top, and a lot of people just didn't get that.
No.
And when they see all of his other films, they're like, "Why would he make this?"
Yeah.
Mm.
But it's actually one of my favorites because of that.
Oh, it's just enjoyable, fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like, you know the style he's going for, but I, like you said, I think people actually thought that.
Yeah, it's just
Like, why
it's an
would he make
homage
this
to the
going from
old
Pulp Fiction to
the
this,
old
like-
movies. You know, you'd pay
Yeah.
a very little amount to go watch a couple films.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts about Death Proof 2 is also the fake trailers in the beginning.
Yeah. Edgar Wright and what's
Edgar
his
Wright
name?
got
Yeah.
one. Eli Roth.
Yeah.
They're really good.
But I think I was reading a thing online that said after this movie flopped, apparently he was depressed for
Oh, it must have been sad.
months. Said
Actually,
he said at one point he just didn't feel like making another movie because
Really?
he just kind of like he said he was so passionate about it because he loves horror films, but he was always scared to kind of make. This isn't a horror film, but he
It's really
said he said he loves horror films, but he would never actually make a full on horror film because there's just too much risk involved with it, which is obvious because
It's not really style.
No.
I guess.
Mhm.
I think if Death Proof came out today, it'd be way more of a commercial success. Just because if you look at the cast, it stars like 8 women.
yeah,
In the
that's
like
true.
the star, and like
Yeah.
that's big these days.
It
You
is,
have
yeah.
like Ghostbusters, Annihilation.
Oh,
You have the new Ocean's movie,
Yeah,
all female cast,
exactly.
and that's what Death Proof was essentially.
That is
And
and
they
Kurt Russell.
succeed.
Kurt Russell.
Stuntman Mike.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell as Stuntman Mike is probably one of my favorite Kurt Russell performances ever,
Yeah,
just
big
because
time.
he takes that role over the top.
Oh, he
but
does.
It's brilliant.
I have to rewatch it. I actually haven't seen it recently to even
I
have an
have to
opinion on it.
rewatch
You would,
it.
I think you would like it, Corey, because
I would like to watch it
just the
just
car
after we
aspect.
talking about-
Honestly,
Yeah.
it has
that's
some really
good.
nice cars.
Old
in it.
muscle
Yeah.
cars and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I'll have to see.
He's
that.
also in it as well, Tarantino.
Oh,
Yeah,
Makes,
yeah, these
in the
behind the
bar
bar.
and stuff, yeah.
Also, the
what actor?
the girl who rides one of the hoods of the car,
Yeah.
Zoe Bell, is Uma Thurman's stunt woman in the Kill Bill films.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
And she also has a cameo in his film The Hateful Eight as
Really?
well. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So she actually also has a long.
Good that she
That's
got
pretty good.
recognition, just
Yeah.
not being
Yeah.
a stunt person. You know?
Yeah, some people usually don't get
They don't,
the
no.
recognition that they deserve.
No.
So that was Death Proof. Give that a watch. Fun movie. But his next one was probably my favorite film of his, and that's Inglourious Bastards.
Up
Masterpiece.
there with mine too.
Definitely.
Yeah. Great
I think
movie.
on a technical aspect, it is his best film.
I think it's his
Yeah.
best film,
Yeah.
and I think it's. I just love. Like I could
Oh,
watch this.
I watch it every day.
Yeah.
Honestly,
The first, even from
the
the
first
scene,
opening
just sets
30-minute scene of dialogue
Mhm.
with Christoph Waltz's character.
He just established himself in that movie as just menacing.
He did.
one of the
yeah.
most suspenseful scenes.
Yeah, definitely.
it
It
was-
just it's uncomfortable, but like in a good way to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. And that is, like we said, that's like 30 minutes
Yeah,
of
the
them
very
straight
first scene,
talking,
it's
but
like
that's when you know how
27 minutes.
good of an actor
Yeah.
he is.
That's also that's the first time a lot of people seen Christoph Waltz because he is a foreign
Yeah.
actor.
Yeah.
It's the first time
And-
I've seen Christoph Waltz.
Yeah,
Austrian, isn't
Yeah.
Me too.
Austrian?
Yeah, something. I
I think it is,
German or
yeah,
Austrian,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
What, German?
But I'm really glad that the Western world got to experience Christoph Waltz
Oh,
because
he's
Oh.
unbelievable.
he's one of the best
Gotta be one of the
actors
best
alive,
characters
I
on
think.
screen.
He's-
Oh, he's unbelievable. Yeah.
Just on his he can speak. I think he speaks 4 languages.
Yeah, he does.
In Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
That's
Really good,
that's
too.
impressive on its own.
Mhm.
I know.
I think just all the characters in this and the comedy in this is so
Oh, yeah.
funny in
Yeah.
in a movie subject
It's not
where
supposed to be
you
funny?
no way should be.
No.
no.
And like like Tarantino basically changes history in his mind
Yeah.
of the killing of Hitler. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's basically what people would have wanted to do. It's kind of a wish fulfillment
Exactly.
Yeah.
film more than historical film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. It's got touches of history, obviously. But
Yeah, throughout.
the ending, like, that's not obviously fictional, but it was like what you're watching it thinking like, if only
You
this
wish.
did
Yeah,
happen.
it really does.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wicked.
One fact that I laugh at every time I hear this about this movie is Adam Sandler turned down the role of the Bear Jew, Donnie Donowitz, to play or to star in his own movie Funny People. and
Funny People, good movie.
and
That's
if
the
you,
problem.
it's Funny People is just horrendous.
Yeah.
Just bad.
Shout out
But
funny people.
shut up, Funny People. Like you try.
Try it, I
Good
guess.
cast, I
You
guess.
just- not
Did your
even
best.
funny at
But-
all. Though.
No.
But the Bear Jew could be
One of the best.
The introduction,
my favorite character.
like
Oh.
Yeah.
to the Bear Jew.
Oh my
I'm not sure if
God.
it's the introduction. I don't know if they play like the scene where like he's recruiting them first,
Yeah.
or it's the scene.
No, I think that's the
in the
first
forest.
time
Yeah,
you've
no,
seen
the
him.
first time you see him. Is,
Okay,
yeah.
well that is probably one of my favorite scenes in the whole
It's
film.
probably
Oh my
it's
God, I
probably
love
one of my favorite
When they're in
Tarantino
the woods.
scenes
Mhm.
is when he calls him out.
Yeah, and he's
Donnie.
knocking
And
on the
just,
thing with the
Yeah.
bat.
Yeah. Oh man,
Oh,
that
that's
gives
a
me
wicked
chills.
scene. I love that whole
And
part.
even the German soldier where he
Yeah.
just looks
Yeah,
at
he
him.
says,
and
"What'd you
he's
get that
bravery.
for?" And he says, "Bravery."
Yeah.
And he knocks his head right out.
Oh, just
Yeah.
and the tune in the background.
Wait,
Yeah.
the cast in this movie is great too.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
I don't know if I would have been able to say that if Adam Sandler was in it.
Imagine that. I couldn't even imagine him.
Really?
You know what though? I think it would have been good though.
Might have bring a
I think for
Golden
I would
Bear.
roll.
Adam Sandler, I think it's a case of like the director or the story because he does great in Anderson's
does.
Yeah.
Punch
Punch
Drunk
Drunk
Love.
If
That's-
you give him a good
that's the best
director, he
movie.
can actually be a good actor.
Yeah.
But yeah, you also got Brad Pitt does a pretty funny role with
Brad
his.
Pitt does a funny role because you know
Well, he's-
he tries
yeah,
to be
he tries
that
to be, like,
American macho
over the
top.
guy.
Yeah.
He's an exaggeration kind of, and it's really funny when he's using his Italian
Yeah.
accent, and you can
Oh,
just
it's
hear
the
it
funniest
so
part.
right through
Wow.
it.
And that part almost makes you like sweat too
it is
because
stressful for
you know
us.
Christoph Waltz is just seeing right through.
I
them,
think
right?
that's my favorite part about this whole movie is just the different. There's a lot of, and I guess they're all pretty much with Christoph Waltz. Is the suspenseful, like, you know,
Yeah.
speed of
It-
sweat
yeah.
rolling down your head watching
Yeah.
them. Like, it actually makes you uncomfortable, and that's, you know, obviously that showcases how good of an actor he is
Yeah.
and how well it was written and
His,
all that kind
his,
of thing.
the bar
his
scene,
character
though.
brings suspense everywhere he goes, like from the beginning scene
is.
to the
Yeah.
scene, the scene with Shoshana and
Yeah, and he orders her the milk,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh no.
he's so smart and good at what he does that
Yeah.
you know he's just
Yeah.
he's
he's
one
having
step
fun
ahead,
with
right?
he's having
He
fun with
is.
his own
Yeah.
like evil.
Yeah,
how
it
smart he is.
which
Yeah.
is haunting to think of.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's probably one of the most menacing characters to be put on screen.
One of my favorites.
And his-
yeah,
But he's
You
even
so
like him, though.
likable though.
Yeah.
It's his charisma.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually hard to hate, but he
I
is
see,
a bad
I've
boy.
seen a thing, and it was Christoph Waltz. He said only Tarantino could make a Nazi general
Yeah.
likable.
Literally.
Yeah.
I actually do like
Yeah.
him, but he is a bad guy.
And Christoph Waltz actually won Best Supporting Actor for that movie.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
So.
Yeah, which
Very
is
deserved,
rightfully
yeah.
so. Yeah.
The actor that I absolutely dislike in this movie is, I don't even know the guy's name, but he's Frederick Zoller.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate
okay.
that guy.
Oh,
Frederick
yeah.
Zoller.
He keeps hitting on
He's the
Shoshana.
sniper.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the sniper. Oh
I
yeah.
hate that
Oh.
guy.
Oh, he's an idiot. But I like him in the movie though.
An actor that I
he's an
love
idiot.
though is Maria. Starts with an L, but the girl who plays Shoshana.
Shoshana.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
is really
she
good.
is unbelievable.
She's also in the movie Enemy.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, she
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
What's he?
She's
What
very,
else- what else is he in the sniper?
She must be French originally.
He's in this-
Yeah.
France, isn't she?
That's
Because he's so
Sniper.
elegant and you can
She
tell.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sniper's in a new movie. It's
Oh, we
like
saw
7
it.
days and something, but he's not in much.
He's in
No.
he's in one of the Marvel movies as well.
Oh, he is actually.
For-
Oh, he's
Yeah.
the villain. Like
Yeah.
one of the. Well, I don't know what one of
He's
this.
one guy in this movie though that you just want to
Wanna
Frederick
kill.
Zoller?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted him dead the whole movie.
And
He's
one of
pesky.
He
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I like how Tarantino
Yeah,
uses
no.
like non-big name actors in a lot of his movies
Yeah,
too.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Like, I don't even know that guy's name.
No.
No,
Other than
I
Frederick
don't know
Zoller.
either.
I really like the owner of the farm in the first scene as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, he is
Yeah,
really good.
Lapidite.
Yeah.
Sweat.
Mr.
He's-
Leopard.
Yeah.
Also,
He
one of the
plays
best
really good
character intros in any movie is Hugo Stiglitz.
Oh, yeah. Hilarious.
Samuel
Much now.
Jackson.
Yeah, with Samuel's
Samuel
voiceover.
Jackson voiceover.
Yeah, throw him in there somewhere.
Hugo
Samuel.
The part where he
Stiglitz.
puts a pillow over the guy's head and you just
Oh,
start
that
stabbing.
is just
Hand right down somebody's
That's
neck.
scary.
But yeah, this movie is 100% a must watch.
Oh,
Yeah.
It
definitely
is
is.
enjoyable
It's a
throughout,
ride.
and my favorite. Tarantino.
Yeah,
film.
arguably is.
And it's
best.
one of those ones too. I don't know if we mentioned it about this one or not, but you can watch this every day.
every
for
day.
it.
Really?
Even the
Yeah.
start scene, you
And
just
still
watch
be
it.
like odd, you know.
Also, the score in this movie is very powerful,
It is.
which is it's amazing. Just
Yeah.
listen to that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not one thing bad about this film. Eh?
Always got bad things to say.
Yeah, so that was 2009, I believe that came out, and his next one was Django.
If-
Also a masterpiece.
Yeah,
It
if
was a
people
masterpiece,
if people's favorite movie is an Inglourious Bastards, it's usually Django.
It is usually,
It's
yeah.
usually Pulp Fiction, Django.
Django
or-
probably comes second for me, to be honest, after Inglourious
Yeah.
Bastards.
It's like I think they're like neck and neck
Yeah.
for me. It's like pretty much
Yeah.
depends how I'm feeling.
It's
I guess.
definitely hard to say because there's so
Oh,
many
so
really good ones, and
Yeah.
they're all so different.
Yeah.
Must
I
be
find-
hard having this many good movies.
Yeah.
Even in the past, like, 3 months, I think I've watched Django like 5 times.
Yeah,
It's got a
exactly.
book.
And it's
I
a
watched
long
it,
movie.
about 2
Oh,
months
it is
ago.
Watched it
good.
recently
It's
as
almost
well.
3 hours.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like 2:30 or something.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx plays a role to be feared.
That's one of my favorites. in the
Christoph
movie.
Waltz again.
Yeah.
It was Will Smith that was supposed to take
He
that role
was
originally
supposed
as
to
well.
originally play him,
Yeah.
Really?
which
Yeah.
would, I don't
Actually,
think it would be.
would.
No.
Well, I don't know. But
You
I
don't
don't think I
know
would
if-
have liked it.
It's actually it's quite unnerving to see Leonardo DiCaprio as a villain.
He's
Yeah.
all
He is a villain.
And he's horrible in
He
that
is
movie.
He
a
does it.
disgusting human being. Eh?
Yeah.
You know who else is a guy I want to murder in this film? Is Samuel Jackson.
Steven. Yeah.
Oh my god, I want to kill him.
But,
Funny though.
But he plays a great role because he's trying to be like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's trying to
The
be-
con-
For some reason he's looking to be a hunter in the movie too.
Yeah.
The fact that
Yeah.
you see past your love for Samuel L. Jackson to hate Steven just shows how
Literally,
good
I know.
a role it is.
Yeah,
for
he
him.
did a
Steven.
great job.
The
Yeah.
thing about this film too is it's Tarantino style, but it's actually a powerful.
It is.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The subject matter.
Powerful.
Powerful
Yeah.
piece of history.
It is, and
Yeah.
there's some like
Really
powerful
good.
scenes.
Surprisingly
but
funny too.
It is
Yeah,
surprisingly funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is some like goosebump scenes.
There
I
is
find,
like
at least.
disturbing scenes of what actually did happen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of people actually got angry at him for this thing because it was they thought he was kind of mocking what happened with like
Yeah.
history, like glorifying the violence of
Yeah.
Yeah.
of slavery
If
and stuff
anything,
like that.
He was just
if anything, he's
trying to,
just trying to
like, yeah,
showcase
exactly,
like how like
yeah.
bad it really was.
I don't think there's any movie he can make though that he's not going to have
Controversy.
people with
No,
an issue
that's
because
just-
just
that's
the
his
violence,
style. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
He
think
just
one
doesn't care what he makes.
of the best shots I've seen in any of his films too is when he shoots. Christoph Waltz shoots the guy across the
horse?
field, and the blood just
On the
sprays.
Yeah.
I love
On
the
the-
white
uh,
flowers.
white
one of the
Yeah.
Brittle brothers.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
That whole sequence when they go to
Oh,
the,
I love that part.
the Big Daddy's.
Big Daddy's place, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that seems like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
unbelievable.
like the way he died.
But
I like the way you died.
the way you died, boy. But yeah,
That gave me goosebumps. That
That actually,
particular line.
that was the part that gave me
It was
goosebumps.
just like, cause it was just
I just
powerful.
hated them
I
too.
liked it. Yeah, I
And
liked that
Christoph
scene.
Waltz
Christoph Waltz.
also won another Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for this as well.
How many
Yeah.
years was the difference from
The team
Inglourious
of
Basterds?
It
Christoph
was
Waltz.
4 years, I believe.
Christoph Waltz just plays Tarantino's characters
does.
amazingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
They should just put him in every movie.
Literally.
Yeah.
Has been recently.
I heard when he comes to L.A., Christoph Waltz, he goes to Tarantino's, and Tarantino has a movie theater in his house, and they just hang out and watch movies all day and night.
Really?
And then he'd
That's
probably
weird.
just give him a script, but Christoph Waltz obviously is going to say yes.
Yeah, I didn't say no.
Fun fact that Jamie Foxx also used his own horse in this film that he
Oh,
got
really?
for like
Oh,
his
really?
birthday or something. Yeah.
Oh,
Actually cool.
Yeah.
You didn't know that either. Fun fact.
Yeah.
We were saying earlier, too, Jamie Foxx is, he's not appreciated as an actor.
He's a wicked actor.
honestly.
Yeah. He
He-
does have his bad films.
He
does.
yeah, he does,
Yeah.
for sure. But, like,
Oscar winner though.
he is an Oscar winner, Best Actor.
For
Yeah.
what?
For
Ray.
Ray.
Ray? I
Yeah.
haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trail-
does really good
Yeah,
like character
yeah.
acting.
Oh, really? Ray Charles?
Ray
Yeah.
Charles,
Oh, actually, a Ray Charles fan.
Yeah.
And I
I don't
can't
remember seeing that advertised. It never must not have come.
I think it was
years ago.
early.
It's like
like-
really old. Well, not
yeah,
really old, but it's like
2004 maybe or
6,
something.
like in
Yeah.
that area
Okay.
span.
I think he should have been nominated for Django, and I think
Oh.
everyone agrees with that.
Yeah,
That's a sin that he didn't. Well, not a
Yeah.
sin.
I
It's
think,
sad that he
uh,
didn't.
It is.
Django also has, I
Yeah,
think,
listen.
my favorite cameo in a film ever, and it's Jonah Hill.
Oh,
With
that's
the-
hilarious.
Oh, that
The
part is
Klan
so
scene?
funny.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's
why.
not supposed to be
Oh,
funny,
no.
but it is.
Oh, it absolutely
But, like,
is.
he's
Like,
also-
flipping about his wife,
What
making
about
her
the
on
KKK?
type shit.
It's funny too because Tarantino's mocking him.
Oh,
yeah,
like he is,
literally.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And he's trying everything he
Tarantino's
does.
in that scene,
He
actually.
is, he's
yeah.
in the.
Oh, is he one of the?
He's one of the
horse
bad guys.
riders?
He's the guy who plays the character Robert.
Oh, the guy that gets
Okay.
mad about the.
No, he's the guy who comes up. He's like with the idea to not use the bags, but use them next time.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's Quentin Tarantino.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
really?
funny, yeah.
I
He's
didn't
also
know.
in the
Actually-
film again with
Yeah.
the Australian.
Australian
Yeah, yeah, he's
Three,
one of the
three guys.
Australian slavers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I laugh at the
Smart guys.
Australian accent.
Some dynamite for you buggers.
He's so bad.
That whole scene was hilarious.
Yeah.
He's so bad, it's funny though.
Yeah.
Like he can be in his own movies and it's still good.
Which he
It's
is.
Funny.
Which he,
yeah.
yeah.
Is he in everyone?
His
Not
role,
everyone, but
his cameo in Pulp Fiction as Jimmy.
that's
That's
that's his best.
You
Yeah.
gotta see
Yeah.
that.
It's actually not bad though. Like it's bad, but it's actually not too bad.
And you know what? In
Yeah.
my opinion, he is not a good actor.
No.
Oh,
no,
God,
he's
no,
not.
no.
Yeah.
But everyone knows, and he
Yeah.
knows himself. I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's just
because
funny, though. Like,
Obviously,
he's in
he
on
has
it.
an eye for a good actor,
Yeah.
and he must know that he's not. But he does. He does good roles for himself.
The first
Yeah.
Nazi being scalped in Inglourious Bastards
Yeah,
is
that's
also
him.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
And you can see his face
Yeah,
perfectly.
plain
I
as
still
day.
haven't caught that, but I know
Yeah.
he is. Like I
You-
haven't
yeah.
watched
It's
it
a-
and like
it's
paid
a close
attention.
up, yeah.
Mhm.
I will though. So I'll probably watch
He
that
also
one.
he plays Mr. Brown in a Reservoir
Yeah,
Dogs.
he
he has a
does.
couple lines in
Yeah.
that.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big role for him, though. That's like
That's like his
that-
major
yeah,
role,
it
if
is.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Jamie in Pulp Fiction, that's a lot.
Jamie in Pulp
That's
Fiction, yeah.
one
That's
of
the one I remember
That's
the
one of the
most.
best ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Just
he
'cause
has
it's so
just
funny,
a
that's
bunch
the
of
whole
few
scene.
lines that are funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Django, I think, came out in 2013. DiCaprio played a great role, which was
Yeah.
way different for him.
Was
that role.
he nominated for Best Supporting Actor?
No, he could have been.
I guess. Well, what he got one anyway. So.
Well, it's one, but I mean, they could have nominated both, I think.
He definitely could. He was not.
Literally
he's not in it
shed
for
some
a-
blood for the
Yeah.
movie.
He did.
Some of his
that
parts
scene
are
is wicked.
sickening.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a monster.
The part where he like smashes the glass, actually
bleeding.
smashed his
Yeah,
hand,
He
cut
rubs
his
his
hand.
blood all over the girl's
He
face.
does. He rubs on Kerry Washington's face. Is
You
that
can
his
tell
real
she's
blood?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can tell she's
She's
shocked.
probably
Sick
disgusted.
as a dog.
Because it wasn't supposed to happen. It just he's
That's
such a good
gross.
I
actor.
think, I think
Yeah.
they tried to stop the scene, but he urged them to keep going.
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I
Worked
think you can like
out-
tell
worked
their
out for
looks
the-
at like something.
Worked out for the better, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
that seems
for
wicked.
sure.
Obviously, he had been like in character for a long time.
Well,
if he
yeah.
could
Got
have
massive
them-
stitches too.
Yeah.
If
If
you look at
DiCaprio
DiCaprio lately, he's been very invested in his roles, especially with The Revenant.
He's-
Yeah.
What's
He's
probably
been
one of the
taking a
hardest
longer
things.
span between roles, which is good because he's actually like
He's becoming
working
that
on,
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the Revenant. He never died.
Yeah, died for that
the
movie.
Revenant.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing Hugh Glass.
Yeah.
Actually going in that
conditions.
cold water and they're
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Mhm.
That movie is
insane.
unreal. Really good.
Revenant, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the best cinematography I've ever seen in a
Oh, it's
movie.
beautiful.
Oh, it's
100%.
beautiful.
But anyway, yeah, Django plays a great role. So that was the second last movie Tarantino, and his most recent movie, which came out in 2015, was The Hateful Eight. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's
Obviously,
Tarantino. So
but not as much as his other films.
Yeah.
But there's certain things that I do like about this.
I wasn't like I watched it and I wasn't like super happy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It's not
Yeah.
like
No,
you can't
neither
say
was
it's bad.
But when a Tarantino movie comes out, you just expect the best.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, look what you got to work with.
Yeah,
I
really
Pulp
though.
Fiction, Reservoir Dogs.
It's actually weird because there is a couple twists in The Hateful Eight, but I actually enjoyed it the second time watching it for some reason. I don't
Yeah.
know
More
why.
than like the first.
They say that about poetry too. You can read a poem and not get anything from it, and if you like, not like study it, but like if
Yeah.
you go
Read
over
it
it again,
again.
maybe you'll get something else. So maybe that's kind of like
Yeah.
because these are long movies.
It's
we're
like a
dealing
twisty
with.
Yeah.
movie. It's a twisty
And
movie too. Like,
Also,
Yeah.
Tarantino talks about in the future writing books or doing plays instead of films,
Mm-hmm.
and The Hateful Eight could be a play
It could
Oh,
be,
definitely.
easily.
Yeah.
it's only in one room.
It's essentially a play
Yeah,
It
in the
is.
format of film.
it's in the what do you call that thing?
It's like a I don't know where they stay.
Yeah, what's the name of that thing?
I have no
Haberdashery.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Minnie's
what-
Haberdashery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's mostly in that.
I've
Yeah.
seen, I've seen an interview with him, and he said that, like I said before, he doesn't like horror, but he said if there was ever horror in his film, Hateful Eight is for sure the one
Yeah.
with the most content.
The ending
horror.
scene where
Because
it's
it
the-
is a dark movie.
Yeah, the ending
It
scene
is.
is haunting.
is.
It's actually really scary.
It actually is. And there's some actors in this that you wouldn't think would be in a Tarantino movie.
No, especially just out of
Channing
nowhere.
Tatum
Channing
out of
Tatum.
nowhere for
You
a
wouldn't
second.
think every
Yeah.
Channing Tatum.
No.
Samuel, yeah.
But
The
that's what
actor that I
Tarantino
like
does,
too,
though,
that
right?
I don't know his name, and I think he's a good actor, but as far as I know, he plays pretty much the same role in every movie, which is an asshole. His I don't even know. He's in he's the guy in I can't say. Maybe you could say it for me. But he says one thing. Anyway. This guy's an idiot. He's like hard to even explain.
Is he in Hateful Eight?
He's in this. Yeah, he's in Hateful Eight.
Is he in
too.
like all Tarantino movies? Or?
He's in. a few of them. I know he's in Django, and he's extremely racist. That's why I can't really say his line. But like, he's such an idiot.
Is it it's the guy who plays the future like sheriff of the town?
Oh, he's in Django.
Yeah, he's in
He's
Django.
with Django when they're going to Candyland, and he says something to Jamie
Yes,
Foxx.
he does.
That's
Yeah,
him.
that's the guy. That's the guy. I don't know
He's
his
a
name.
guy
He
who
is a
is-
menace.
He's okay. I started off in this movie hating him, but
Mhm.
he starts to get funnier and
Yeah.
funnier.
Yeah,
I think
it's true.
I just seen him actually in the new. He's gonna be in the new Tomb Raider.
That
which
movie
is-
looks.
It looks horrible, but I've just seen him recently.
Movie looks.
But yeah, he is a hateful man.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah.
He's awful, and I guess that shows that he is a good actor if you hate him that much
True,
after
if
seeing
he
it.
wants
But
to play that role, right?
Like-
Michael Madsen
Oh, he's
makes
the-
another return.
This guy. Is this who we're talking
Yeah,
about?
that's the
him.
guy,
Yeah.
Walton Goggins.
Welcome, guys.
He's a weird looking guy.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
think,
he's
I've
really
seen him in
weird
a
looking.
couple things, yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Sons of Anarchy.
Django.
We got the Bourne
Cowboys and Aliens. Good movie.
Then pretty much
He's in a lot.
bad movies after what Tarantino got me.
Yeah.
He's in Lincoln.
But yeah, Hateful Eight is it's very long, and it is a good movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I could see how some people like, because you like
Pretty
you said, you
boring.
expect,
Pretty- you have to
And you know
wait-
what? It's
to
kind of
watch.
pretty intricate. You have to invest yourself.
Once you
into
get
it.
to, I
do,
think,
yeah.
the halfway point with the coffee pot,
Yeah.
then you go, okay.
Yeah.
And then you're
Mhm.
pretty much invested. But before that, it's just kind of.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
see. I could see.
Pretty
like, how
draggy.
you
not much
lose,
action,
lose
or whatever.
interest and
especially
stuff.
not the movie,
Yeah.
especially not the average movie lover. Like, if you were just if someone that doesn't even know Tarantino would sit down and watch this movie, I'm sure they would
My mother
not
would
like it.
hate that.
Yeah, I would say
Uh,
so too.
When I first saw this movie, it was in theaters, and there's probably about 7 people in there.
It's actually sad for him. Just 'cause
Yeah,
he's so good.
but I went kind of late. But anytime anything remotely racist was said in the movie, there's just one guy who would just give the most guttural laughs ever, and like, I was just like, oh my god.
So what was he thinking?
Every time I was waiting for him to laugh, and he did.
Gosh,
I don't know what that
I
guy's
hate
head
people.
was.
I hate people in movies like that.
Laughing too
But
loud.
yeah, that was Tarantino's latest movie, Hateful Eight, and now he has one upcoming movie in the books, and that is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That is.
Any good?
Well, I am so excited
Yeah,
for that movie.
that cast
Yeah.
is the rumored cast. Well, even
Yeah.
so far.
Confirmed DiCaprio and Brad Pitt.
Yeah, not bad for
Like
one
we've
group.
talked about this, I think, in our last two.
Yeah,
to be
Probably
honest.
both of them, yeah.
But I mean, this movie, it's gonna set to release. I think it's August 9th of 2019.
Okay.
So we still got a
A little
Ways
while
away.
away.
but I'm sure it will be, and it
Definitely worth the
It
wait.
has the biggest budget from Sony ever, which he only made like a lot of money off Django apparently
His movies don't make that much money.
because just the way they are, right? That's
Yeah.
but
They have,
he
like, an
doesn't,
acquired
he doesn't
taste.
care about that.
Yeah, I know.
honestly.
Well, also
Yeah.
every one of them are.
Everyone
Usually
usually
rated-
masterpieces. So.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you gotta be 18 at least to go watch them.
Yeah.
Odds are there's a shot of feet in this next movie.
Oh, you know,
I'd
he
say.
loves
Yeah.
the
He loves
feet.
Yeah.
Little feet and trunk shots.
Trunk
from the
shots.
trunk.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, camera in the trunk,
Yeah.
facing out of the trunk.
just looking at all these movies though.
Oh my
my
God.
God, how can a director have that good of
Yeah.
a portfolio?
That's actually ridiculous.
Like
His mind must
it
be
is
massive.
insane.
The worst one is
Is that
on
what that
this
means?
list is Hateful Eight, and that's still
That's
actually
still
well
a
maybe
good
Death
film.
Proof in some
Yeah.
eyes, but it's
Are
still
the,
both great.
Are all these films original like screenplays by him? Or?
I'd say.
I
every
think
single
Jackie Brown is adapted of some kind of story.
one. Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah, Jackie Brown is
I'd
like
say-
adapted in some kind of
I
way.
feel like Kill Bill might be too.
I don't know.
I
know
think it's
Pulp
written by
Fiction
him, but he
is,
takes a lot of
I think he just takes a lot from old.
old like Japanese films, like you
yeah.
said.
Something
Pulp
that.
Fiction was a book.
It was co-written though, like him,
Oh, was it?
him and someone else, but they won the Oscar for it.
Yeah.
And he also won the Oscar for
Django? Yeah.
for original screenplay.
Yeah.
Glorious Bastards.
Well,
Should've won that.
some of the
Yeah.
advice that you'd hear Tarantino give when making movies is just to copy what you see from other movies, and that's what he does
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
Oh,
That's true.
Kill Bill's the most I've seen. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
loves like
take
cliches
stuff.
and different
Yeah.
things like
Yeah, I watched like this.
classic things to happen.
Yeah, I watched this like video, and all his fight scenes are like pretty much like taken,
Mhm.
like not taken, but like
They're,
just
they're
like,
more of
inspired.
an homage type thing,
They are.
more
Yeah, it's
than
kinda like a
a
tribute.
stealing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Of
because he
of a
says
shot.
himself like he has interviews where he says like I see this scene, and he says like he doesn't like try to like
Yeah.
hide it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, every filmmaker.
That's every movie though.
steals
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
Put it in their own kind of version and way, but
a lot of people learn how to make films just from watching them to
Watching
begin
films,
with.
Yeah, yeah.
His famous quote is, "I didn't go to film school. I went to films."
Yeah.
Worked out
So
for
that'll
Yeah.
do.
Something to go by.
Worked out for him.
But
Yeah, he did alright with himself.
yeah, he just worked. He worked at a movie store for his.
Yeah.
So he was like 30.
And he said he'd be happy with just talking about movies for his life.
Yeah, he said he would have been okay doing that, just
Yeah.
watching movies and
But he
talking.
wrote the script and which pretty much launched him off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His story's so crazy though. Like he liked movies. I read somewhere his favorite movies growing up were like Apocalypse Now, and
He really liked,
Taxi Driver.
yeah.
But it's just crazy how he's like one of the best directors in the world, and he worked at a movie store
Yeah,
until
till
he
his late
got a
30s.
break for writing a screenplay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Then he made Reservoir Dogs. And
So it just goes to show anything's really possible.
It is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have the talent for like a screenplay or to make a movie
Yeah.
and you just put it out there, who knows what could happen.
Really though. Yeah. Yeah. So that is Quentin Tarantino. If you got any suggestions for any other directors that we could talk about, hit us up on Twitter at Cinemacast 2018. Give us a follow as well. Yeah. So.
Like it's going.
Yeah. No, but any upcoming movies you're looking forward to seeing, or?
One of the movies that I'm looking forward to the most is Wes Anderson's Isle of Dogs.
I was looking at the thing the
I
other
love
day.
dogs.
Apparently, it's a horror slash thriller.
Really?
That's
I
what
thought
it's.
you-
That's
I
the
actually got-
category it's under.
Too weird for him.
It seems
Which it
more like
doesn't look like
it
it,
looks
though.
more like the trailer makes it look more like a call to action type of coming of age thing because a
Yeah,
kid
it
goes
does.
there to look for his dog, so it's kind of like it seems more of an adventure.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I find it weird.
good.
I don't know if that's a mistake on the Cineplex site or.
Yeah, maybe. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's true. Wouldn't surprise me at all. The one movie that I'm.
listed drama / adventure.
Okay,
online.
yeah, online, yeah.
Yeah.
The one movie I'm most excited to see is You Were Never Really Here
Oh yeah,
with
that looks.
Joaquin Phoenix.
that's gonna be-
If
That
you,
looks haunting.
If you guys didn't hear about that, look up the trailer for that.
Yeah.
There's even like a
It's-
few scenes that are out now, and it looks.
Oh.
Joaquin Phoenix is one of the best actors.
There's one
ever.
quote. There's one quote
He's
from
a
the.
nut, too.
Oh yeah, from the
Always weird.
the director of the film made. We need to talk about Kevin, which is a horrific
Yeah.
film on its own.
Yeah,
But
that is
she
disturbing.
she had a quote just last week, and she said that one take of the movie, I looked up at Joaquin Phoenix and I seen the devil.
That's all.
That's bad. He's
all you-
bad, man.
That's all you
Honestly,
have to know.
Yeah, it's all I did know going into this film.
Yeah.
But the trailer looks astounding.
It does.
Apparently, it's like kind of like a modern day like Taxi Driver kind of like take.
Yeah.
I got that vibe.
Yeah, I can actually tell that anyway just from watching
Kind
like,
of
the
an
trailers
eerie
and stuff.
Does
movie to
here, yeah.
I think on a less serious note, for movies that I'd like to see, unless I dreamt this, but I'm pretty sure there's Toy Story 4 coming out.
Is there?
I'd like to see that. I
Might
love
actually,
Toy
I didn't hear
Story.
about
They're
that.
wicked.
I think yeah, you might have
I
done
think,
that.
no,
I've
I
heard-
think
I've
I've
read
heard of
something.
that.
No, yeah, I remember.
Oh, really?
I
Yeah,
remember
no,
my mother
that's-
telling me something, but
Yeah.
Toy Story
That'd be
is a
something
great
else.
Toy
stuff.
Story
Yeah.
is one of the best film series
They
ever.
are.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
Everyone
awesome.
loved
Everyone
them.
loved them.
Unbelievable. Great.
They make
Rated
you laugh.
great.
All
Cry.
ages can watch it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they were like my growing
Pretty
up
sure I watched them
favorites,
a
so.
million times a piece when I was younger.
Me too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to dress up as Woody
Yeah.
often, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be that's something I'm looking forward to if it really exists or if
Oh,
I just
I think
made
it
that
will.
up or what.
I think it will, for
Make
sure.
money too.
Yeah.
What's that other one we were
Incredibles 2 is also coming out.
Edibles too.
talking? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna make whatever. That was
There's-
good.
Watch that
Incredibles,
with
yeah.
you, Corey.
Yeah.
That's a boy.
We were young. Yeah.
There's two movies that are upcoming. A Quiet Place,
Rated.
which looks horrific
Yeah.
in
Also
a way.
rated.
Like what way?
I'm
horrific
kind of on the
Like
fence
good.
with that.
Scary kind of.
Like,
really?
I feel like it's gonna
I
be
think
a
it might
little
be-
overrated.
Yeah, I feel like it might be.
I think it has a good premise.
It's Jim from The Office.
Jim from The Office.
Oh, yes,
he's
yes,
very
yes.
good also.
Yeah.
And he's like writing it like with other people, but it's basically in a world where something happens.
There's like these
Something,
creatures.
yeah, and
that-
you can't make a
You
single
make noise
Like,
and they come after you.
they even have sign language at the dinner table,
Yeah.
but it just I don't know. It got
And
like a
one of the biggest suspense parts of the movie, it shows this in the trailer, is the main protagonist's wife is pregnant.
yeah.
And obviously giving birth
It's-
is not a quiet
No.
process.
And in this world where you literally
You
What's
can't
it called
even-
again?
yeah,
Quiet
a
Space.
quiet,
Quiet
place,
Place.
Quiet.
comes out I think April 6th.
I think if you blink, even that's too loud.
Yeah.
Currently online, it has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and 8.6 on IMDb.
so it just premiered at
Looking to be one of the best.
just
Yeah.
premiered at the film festival in Texas, I think, and apparently people were disturbed in the theater.
Really?
So I'm pretty excited.
I like
it.
Emily Blunt too.
Emily Blunt.
I
Yeah,
can't
she's
believe
so
John
good.
Krasinski is a serious
Yeah,
man because
really
he's a
though,
jokester in the office.
Apparently
Yeah.
everyone's trying to take their take at
Yeah.
horror
Well, I mean,
now.
Get Out opened up the doors
Yeah, that's
for
the
that
thing.
kind
Yeah.
of movie, right?
Yes.
Especially people like him, like Jordan Peele. Like who would have thought he would have made
Yeah,
a movie
exactly.
like that?
Well,
Exactly.
And also opened
Yeah,
doors
actually,
for anyone to make a
Yeah,
movie
exactly.
like
That's
that.
the thing. Like,
Yeah.
Well, Get It, like how Go Get Out was, right?
yeah, I think that's gonna be good. I hope it is.
There's
at
also
least.
another movie called Hereditary. I don't
Okay.
know too much about it, but if,
Haven't heard of it.
look up the trailer and
Yeah,
you
it's-
will be second.
You'll be disturbed.
Yeah.
It is. It looks very disturbing.
It's the same like people as that
The Witch?
yeah.
Which is a.
Which is
Oh,
pretty,
I like The Witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
It looks
scary.
like an independent horror film, but it kind of looks.
It looks identical,
unsettling.
like not identical, but it looks like it. Obviously, well, it is from the people that made The Witch, but it looks like that, like kind of dark.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like The Witch too.
But yeah, a couple good upcoming movies. There's
A couple of horror ones.
a couple horror ones. Yeah.
I haven't heard of like many of the releases.
Me neither. I
No.
don't really know
This
many
year.
of these.
I've just been in the movies recently and saw
Yeah.
a few trailers, but
Yeah.
that was it.
Little upcoming movie well, not rumors. I guess it's news that we were talking about the Joker origin movie.
Yeah.
Previously.
With Joaquin.
Yeah, I don't know if he's officially
Actually, yeah, he's
confirmed
not
yet,
confirmed,
but
but
they have the premise set, and he's a failed comedian in 1980s, I think,
Yeah.
and that's what they're basing the story off. And I guess I think it's like a short, they're basing it off a short story, and but it's funny because
Right,
Martin
based off it.
Scorsese's producing it, and he has a movie called The King of Comedy
Yeah.
with Robert De Niro. So yeah,
they're probably based
It's kinda
off,
weird.
This could be
Everyone
a
has-
really
yeah.
good
Joke.
movie, or it could fall flat on its face.
true.
Depends
yeah.
what the cast is, I guess. If Joaquin's in it, I think it's has a chance to be great.
It does, yeah.
Anything he's in has a chance to be good.
I would hope it's kind of like on the level of it's hard to do this, but Nolan's superhero
I know.
films.
I think it'll be
Very
like
hard.
a gritty kind of film, especially if Joaquin Phoenix.
If it's not like
plays.
DC, then they'll be good.
Yeah.
And Todd Phillips is directing. He made The Hangover, so I don't know how that's gonna.
I don't know if that's
translate,
gonna blend.
but, one movie I'm
That'd be
not
good.
looking forward to see though is Ready Player One.
Oh no.
No, that doesn't. Look
That's a
good.
Spielberg movie I'm not excited
Is he
for.
I didn't
directing that, or
even
is he
hear
just
of
like a
it.
part
Yeah,
of it?
he's
If
directing.
if I were to watch that movie, it'd only be for the references of other movies
Yeah,
within it.
exactly.
It looks like too much is going on for me to
Oh,
even
yeah.
want to sit down and
Yeah.
have a like.
I
The
know
trailer's not even
for
that good.
for the promotion of Ready Player One, they took classic movie posters such as Back to the Future and The Matrix and a couple others, and they just changed it a tad bit, putting the title Ready Player One and the protagonist in the same position as, say, like Neo or Marty McFly.
Yeah.
And it's just, ugh.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy how much they're like
Gross.
taking from other movies too.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
must be like expensive.
Yeah,
make
like,
that,
how
so-
would they get those
There's like a lot of
rights?
like copyright issues.
Maybe it's the same company, just owns them all.
Yeah.
Put them all in
Warner
one
Bros.
film.
That's good. Who cares?
Another movie that I think a lot of people were anticipated for, but apparently was a massive flop is A Wrinkle in Time.
Oh, see the ratings?
I've seen the ratings.
They're something to laugh at.
That's another movie that.
Can't say I'm mad at that.
No,
I'm really
I would
not.
never watch that kind of, like movie.
I
but
wouldn't either. Apparently, it's a classic book, isn't it?
I don't know.
My mother,
It
I think,
is, yeah.
told me.
It would
she
do
said
way
she-
better
Really,
as a
you
book.
should have read it from the ages of
Just
4
Yeah.
days. But
the amount of CG and even the
Yeah.
acting in it just did not look good to me at all. And I honestly think movies like that people shouldn't be going to because it's just going to promote them to make more.
I know.
Mhm.
Like the
Yeah.
more like Marvel does super successful, and I'm part of the problem on that one. But it just once a large amount of people go to them, they're just not going to stop.
Here's the current ratings for A Wrinkle in
Oh
Time.
my
Okay.
goodness.
Current ratings are 3.9 out of 10 on IMDb
That's
and
actually-
42 on Rotten Tomatoes.
3.9
3.9 is the lowest
That's
I've
one
ever
of the lowest
seen.
I've ever seen.
I think
movie.
The Room,
Let's see
okay,
what The Room has.
has a higher rating. I know it.
I think it's like a
it's
5.4
or something.
And The Room is the worst.
The Room is literally the worst.
Oh, well, 3.6, but if
Close.
you're anywhere near that.
Would you guys consider The Room the worst film you've ever seen? Or-
No, I actually
I-
certainly would not. 'Cause I
I
like
literally loved watching The Room.
So bad it's good.
Oh,
It
it's-
is.
That's the thing.
It's one of the most enjoyable movies to watch.
I'm trying to think of the worst movie I've ever seen.
I can tell you mine.
Made
Easily.
$1,900 at the box office.
If you want
Are
to
you
watch,
Six
Oh my
$6
God.
million budget.
if you want to watch what I consider to be the worst film ever, and I'm pretty sure the film is founded on a scam to begin with, it's the movie After Last Season. It's an hour and a half, and it's on YouTube. And there's a special club for people that's seen the entire movie. I guess I'm a part of that. It's called the
Exclusive.
It's called the Pineapple Club, and it's for people that have sat through this whole movie because it's that awful.
Really?
Yo, it's
How many views must be a lot now?
It's horrendous. And here's one of the best parts. It has a pretty good rating on IMDb as far as I'm concerned because
5.8.
this is a conspiracy theory, but the guy who made the movie made like a bunch of accounts and gave it high ratings because you can look at the ratings and they're all posted on like the same day or something like that.
probably.
And it's like,
Well, just the general public rates it. Like
it had the same budget as Get Out, and yet they probably use 3 or 4 rooms in the whole film, and it's an hour and a half, and there's a cardboard prop of an MRI machine.
Oh my goodness.
It is horrendous.
Good use of budget.
$5 million.
One movie I've seen recently that is just horrific, and I wouldn't recommend this to anyone, is 47 Meters Down. Do not watch
You're
that.
the biggest person against that film ever.
Hated that.
Just don't watch it. I have nothing to say
Not the
about
shark
it.
one.
It's a shark one where they, just don't watch it. It is horrendous.
Yeah, I bet. I could actually tell that.
It's just
Skip
the
it on
story, and then
Shark
they try to throw a twisty at the end that you're like, oh my god, but you're like, no,
Didn't work out.
don't. This is the movie so terrible.
Yeah.
But
I find, now that I think of it, I was thinking of movies that I hate, and I don't think a lot of people, or I think a lot of people agree with me, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people find it funny because it's so ridiculous, but I just find it obnoxious. Is Little Nicky. I hate that movie, and I know you guys like it.
I like
hate
it.
Little Nicky.
and I don't find it one bit
I
funny.
can see how
I
you
literally
find it
despise
horrendous.
it.
Though.
Yeah, you
I
really
like
like
it.
it.
It makes me cringe, and it always
I haven't
has.
seen it.
I used to watch-
I think Tarantino's in that.
I really liked that when I was young.
Tarantino.
I hate it.
He got
right now.
he gets the Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I've seen it a few times. And
that actually is the
Oh, it's
cringiest movie ever. Though.
definitely like.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so bad.
It's
It's good.
definitely-
Like, I think. At
I
least.
think it's rated terribly, but that's
Oh, God.
You know what?
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
name me an Adam Sandler movie that's
Yeah.
not rated terribly except for Punch Drunk Love,
yeah.
which is a must-watch.
He is.
Yeah,
He-
Quentin Tarantino was
he's
in that movie.
Deacon.
Is he?
Yeah, I
Who
knew
Deacon
that.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in such a long time.
Oh, I
wouldn't
know.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
I saw it years ago, but oh god.
The cast is something to laugh at. What do you call it's in it too? Is that the same guy that plays?
The guy from The Wedding Singer is in it too.
Oh, that
He's
John
supposed to be,
guy?
like in
Is he?
Adam Sandler's posse.
Oh, never mind. I thought that was.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was somebody else.
I think,
Yeah.
I think another thing
The old
too,
Spice guy?
Yeah.
if people want us to like review a movie or talk about it, just send us a reply on.
Oh, definitely.
Or Twitter, or-
before that.
I don't know who tweeted that thing today.
I
but
tweeted out today. I think it's a good thing.
That's pretty cool,
I
though.
tweeted out like a recommended movie to watch for
Yeah.
each day.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, just to give people if
Good on
they're ever
Netflix,
looking
too.
for something, right?
Keep the content going.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in.
That was enough.
Thank you,
That's
Corey,
it for
for
us.
joining us.
You're welcome, boss.
Come back anytime.
Thanks,
And
boys.
yeah, we'll be back next. Well, this will be released
Monday.
Monday.
That's
Monday.
Yeah, we'll be back next week.
A week from now.
All right, thank you.
See you later.